Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here, TGIF as the recording of this. It is Friday, May the 3rd, 2024. I am here in downtown Sunshine City. The nickname, one of the few nicknames for St. Petersburg, St. Pete for short, Florida. Later this evening, way later this evening, going to a baseball game. It is the City Connect game. Probably won't film too much of that because I want to do some stuff around downtown. I stayed in a hotel last night called the Avalon. Really nice, quaint, little kind of cute 3-story motel hotel place. A few blocks away. Still very early, pre-noon. Actually, it might be noon right now. Say it's noon, give or take an hour. Gotta head around, see what I can find downtown, and just enjoy the day. And the sun is definitely permeating. So, here in the city named after sunshine, well, the nicknamed after sunshine, I'm going to try to stay in the shade, and I'm inviting you to join me on what is the 99-day prior to my birthday. My 50th birthday, as of today, is 99 days away from right now. Countdown is on. I've been doing really well on my eating habits. My working out I have not done in a couple weeks. I've been traveling. I haven't done the home gym, but I'm going to harness it in now. I'm doing really well. Looking in the mirror, I can tell. I can see some progress. But now it's game on. The next 99 days, no cheat days, going full throttle. Let's see what I can do. Inviting you to join me. See where the day leads. Long intro, I know, but shall you? Got a trolley going by right here. There's a pizza delivery driver right there on the bicycle. Sundial in the middle. Lots of construction happening around these parts. New accommodations, resorts, motels, hotels. I kind of decided that every time I do come over to a game, which I'm not going to go to a lot of home games, I'm doing so many away games this year, that I'm going to stay the night either before or the night of, so I don't have to drive over back and forth, and I can get an extra day without that, 2 hours on a good day, 2.5 hours on a bad day, and a horrible day, 3-hour commute down I-4 from Celebration to St. Pete. So stayed in town last night. But honestly, I don't know, again, how many home games I'm going to go to. I've done 20 away stadiums while seeing my Rays, and I've got 10 more to go this year. This has been an endeavor I've been doing for the last couple of years, and I'm hoping, if all goes well, crossing my fingers, that I knock off the last 10 this year. So I'm going to be out of town quite a bit. It looks like they had a chalk walk. It's never too late to be a rock star. And take a breath. Return to love. Like it. All right, I stand corrected. That is not the sundial. That's something else here in town. This is the Sun on the Edge, commissioned by St. Pete. Back in 2021, it was completed. There's a lot of murals around here. So not the sundial. This is the Sun on the Edge. There's a little Pepper's Ghost kind of effect, a little shadow here. I should probably do a weigh-in at some point. I'm not sure when. Maybe when I get 75 days down to, my 50th birthday, I'll do a weigh-in, and then I'll just, that way I can really be held accountable. Probably should have done it yesterday or today, but got back in town late the night before, left early yesterday to come to St. Pete, and didn't do it. But I need to get a weigh-in. That'll definitely help the progress. But I've seen a little bit of difference. Also, this is the first time I've ever worn a shirt of this kind of material. This new City Connect type of, this is the kind of item that the players would wear in the pre-workouts. And I think it's made so you don't sweat as much in it, but I've never worn anything quite like this before. But it's very snug and it's cozy fitting. Can't really see because it's, it's not really a mirror, but it's kind of, this electrical box kind of reminds me of Sully, Monsters Inc. Also, parking enforcement. There's a small miniature parking enforcement. Good advice, I guess, if you're in public, but probably would have some health issues if you followed that. When you're in public, you probably shouldn't. Look at all this construction down here. Everywhere. Big sky rise right there. That must be the parking structure, and then this is going to be the sky rise, and there's a train up there, new building. Right across the street from all that new construction. Never noticed this before. There's an old sign there. McCrory's. Thought maybe it was a theater sign, but I think that might say McCrory's. Something Rory's. Obviously it's no longer that. There's a bunch of other businesses and restaurants, but nice old signage up there. I think a new nickname should be New Building Construction City. There's another one right there. I mean, there's like, I've counted like 4, maybe 5 huge buildings being built within a couple blocks. Nice little art installation here. It looks like that is a flamingo or some sort of a bird, colorful bird right up there. That looks like I don't know what that is, a goose, perhaps? And odds are pretty good. There's probably a touring band in this bus right here. And that's probably their equipment around the back. Right up here is the former Janus Landing, now called Janus Live, a venue that I used to go to many, many, many times. Last time I was here, I saw Hot Water Music in a veil. But back in the 90s, saw a bunch of bands here. A couple dozen bands, including No Effects on the Heavy Petting Zoo tour. Yep, because they're gearing up for a little show today back there. They are out in full force today. Parking downtown. Gotta be on your toes. Make sure you pay them quarters, or this will be the second day in a row that I've gone into the Starbucks. Went with a little large, well not a little, went with a large here, Pike Place. A little cream and sugar. Cheers. Caffeinated, piping hot caffeinated beverage in the shade. Take a look at this. There is a mystery machine. Well, a small, there's some pigeons going by. The Moore Mystery Machine. That thing's small. It's like half the size of the regular mystery machine. It's like half the version. This is not the end. Well, this is the end of something. But for today, this is only the beginning. Just a line right there that just says end. Over near here is the Salvador Dali Museum. Haven't been in there in a while, so I think I might pop in, see if they have anything new. It was a book I was looking for. Didn't have that last time, that had Walt Disney and Salvador Dali. It was a book about both of them together because they knew each other. So I'm passing this little park here known as Pioneer Park. I'm gonna start making my way real quick like over to the Dali Museum, see if they have that in the gift shop. Look off in the distance, you can see the Dali Museum. I think this guy's hoisting a boat up on that little crane right there. I always love this mural with the manatees and aquatic sea life. I think there's maybe a mermaid hugging the manatee, or a woman hugging the manatee. I wasn't expecting to see this down here. A grateful St. Petersburg commemorates the site of the launching of the Titanic on October 1976. 1976. So evidently a Titanic launched here on October 29, 1976. A plane taking off over there. That municipal airport. A little 2, possible 3-person plane. Okay, did a quick little search online for what that Titanic thing was. So there was a yacht here at the Yacht Club, from what I was reading, that was sent out in 1976, and they put that for that. That has nothing to do with the Titanic. The real Titanic, the main Titanic. Obviously I know the real Titanic did not set sail in 1976. It was many, many years before that, but I thought maybe that was a nod to that, but it's not. Another park here. I think I'm gonna try to get a closer view at that little municipal airport. I think you just walk right up to the phone. The world's first regularly scheduled commercial airline. Within a decade of the famous Wright brothers' 1903 flight, aviation history had been made in Florida. First transcontinental flight landed at Jacksonville in 1912 at Naval Air Training Center. Opened in Pensacola in 1913, all way north of here. And the St. Petersburg-Tampa airboat line, The world's first regularly scheduled commercial airline began in 1914. You could go across the bay in a biplane on January 1st, 1914. There was a high bid of $400 for an auction held before the flight. Interesting. I never knew that. Always like a good placard. Control tower, as close as you can get. The plane flying over. Pretty cool. There's these little parrots out here. They kind of remind me of the Orange County, California parrots at the Orange Circle. Look at this. Yeah, see that one right up there on the branch of the palm tree? It was cackling quite a bit, but it stopped. We got a little camera shot. Okay, it's crawling away back into the little main area of where the tree is. Oh, and take a look at this little play area. It's like made to look like kind of old-timey airplanes as well. Look at this. There's like a, is that airplane there? Airplane there, right here in the little playground. It's kind of neat. And just to show the close proximity for where the landing pad is at this airport, there is the Dali Museum. Straight ahead down there. I think you hear another one landing right now. Pretty cool looking building, huh? They just keep taking off one after the other, like every, I don't know, every 5 or 10 minutes or so, another plane takes off. I mean, as it should be, it's an airport, so that makes sense. I don't know why I'm surprised by that. Okay, 2 helicopters, one there, and one there. That's unusual. Helicopter there, flying directly over, and another helicopter right there. They go in the same way? That's rare. In fact, I haven't seen a helicopter all day till now, and now I see 2. That one was waiting for the other one to cross. Don't cross the streams, fellas. All right, entered the gift shop. You can walk around in the gift shop without actually going in the museum. I've been in the museum a couple times. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be going through again, but I want to see if they have that book. And I am not seeing it anywhere. So evidently they don't sell the Walt and Dali book anymore together. This is a really cool building now. Of course, the Rainy Rolls 2010, an homage to Salvador Dali's Rainy Taxi. But this is in a real form. It's a real automobile. Again, you could walk in and see this without paying admission to the museum. And you can see up here, there is someone with a scuba hat on. Right there, you can see the rolls. It's raining down behind it. It's raining down behind it. He's got the grip on the top of the steering wheel there, and there's like a bunch of little snails across the do not touch, hug, or tickle. Don't even tickle this car. I don't think cars like being tickled. Maybe they do. If you tickled a car, would it laugh? I'm not gonna tickle that one because it's not allowed, but it might. I have to tickle my own car one day. And up top is a praying mantis up here dangling from the roof. Now, if that doesn't say beachside community apartments, I don't know what does. That is a thing of beauty right there. Well, Waterside, the Fountain of Youth. Not in St. Augustine, which I think is the main one, but there's one here too. I guess it used to be on the pier from what I was reading yesterday. Let's stop back by this. Last time I went to the Dolly Museum, I walked by here. Almost knocked the camera out of my hand. Boy, that's just definitely a little trickle. I was gonna drink a little bit out of that, but I had to put my mouth right on that nozzle. I don't think I want to do that. Guess I'm gonna stay old. I'm gonna stay old. 99 days to 50. Boy, to drink out of that could reverse the aging process. Or, also in this general vicinity, Cocoon, Wilford Brimley, great movie. Also, very unusual that Cocoon is not on streaming, and it's very difficult to find. In fact, if you have a VHS or DVD or Blu-ray, I have the Blu-ray, it's very rare. I don't think they make it anymore. The Ron Howard classic, dare I say, a perfect film, filmed in this neck of the woods. So you can either drink out of the Fountain of Youth, or you can hang out with Wilford Brimley, who, when he filmed that, was like my age. I think he might have been a year younger than I am now. This little birdie is just standing here. I like walked up, I didn't even fly off. Where's your mama? Where's your mama at, birdie? So many years ago, my mom, this is when I was very young, my mom walked up to a bird like that and picked it up. It was like trying to see what was going on. And out of the tree, the mom swooped in and went after my mom. It was like mom against mom. So I think that might be, the mom's probably up here. Bird looks okay though. It's healthy. Take care, birdie. I'd pick you up, but I don't want to get swooped in by your mama. It's definitely one of those situations I don't really know what to do. Just like, the bird appeared to be doing okay, but it definitely was an infant bird. It was a young bird. Maybe its siblings and his mom and dad are around somewhere. That's what I'm thinking. I probably can't. I shouldn't be taking a bird around with me the rest of the day. Just like hold it in my hand. Look at this little birdie. Little cute, friendly birdie. Very friendly. Wasn't scared of nothing. Tough bird. Tough bird. This light is under repair. Just saw a guy back there sitting in a restaurant. I walked by, saw his shirt, said, "I speak fluent movie quotes." I was like, man, that's a nice shirt. That's pretty much 3/4 of my dial. I just realized what downtown St. Pete needs. More construction. It needs more things being built. There's just not enough construction down here. I mean, it is progress, so that's a good thing, but yeah. Like everywhere you turn, there's new buildings. Lots of street art too. Oh, it's a real beehive of activity out here when it comes to the street art. Look at this. It's like a bee. Ooh, I haven't showed one of these relics in a while because they are few and far between. The skeleton. Well, not just a skeleton. There's actually a little fleshiness there of the real relic of the past. And check it out. This is where the phone book was. And that was where the phone was. Someone has gnawed off the phone cord right down there. But this is something you don't really see too often. A few years ago I'd see them pretty often, the ones that were just kind of like falling into disrepair or not working. You put a quarter in, nothing's gonna happen. No dial tone. But now most of these have been ripped off the walls. There's one here in St. Pete. A few little scooters here, like Vespa style. They're not Vespas, but oh, that is a Vespa. I think that might be a Vespa. That's not. That might be. Actually, I don't think any of them are. But the road closed off over there. I could have brought Mini Marge out. It's a long commute though for Mini Marge. Lots of free magazines down here. Nature Awakenings, Paradise, Downtown Guide Map, Indian Magazine, Creative Loafing, and this one does not have anything on there, but all these are complimentary. Downtown Mags. There's a book and art store here. Got SpongeBob, Fozzie Bear, and even an Alf stick-on thing. Look at that, it's like an Alf. You don't see those too often. The Alf stick on the back of the car window. I like that. Quite a few venues I went to concerts at and also played shows at when I was in different bands. There used to be a venue over here that we played at. I think the name has changed since then, but it was over there next to the Whiskey Exchange. Maybe it was the bar 548 before it changed names. Again, construction everywhere, literally everywhere out here. Here's another venue I'm very familiar with. It's called the Floridian now, but this used to be called the State Theater many, many, many years ago. I probably went to at least 100 shows, punk shows there back in the 90s, mid to late 90s. And then early 2000s when I started a band, Central Florida band, we would come over here to St. Pete and play at the State Theater, so it was cool to play in a venue that I saw 100 bands that I liked. Sunshine everywhere. This says, "You are my sunshine." The sun is definitely beaming down. Listed on the National Registry back in 2004. This building is a contributing structure downtown St. Pete. The Harlan Hotel, established in 1925, became a local historic landmark in 1997, and then in 2004 put on the National Register. It's like Donkey Kong right there. Yeah. Overflow Brewing Company. Oh yeah, it's gotta be. This is Player One. Probably a barcade, which is an arcade. That's also a bar. See the high score thing written on the side. Artwork everywhere around St. Pete, including here, on the side of this electric box, and right here as well. This is the Edge District, also Methodist Town Neighborhood Association. Got the Felix the Cat up there. Got Donald. Got a birdhouse. Got another Donald over there. Donald is speaking love. It's got the paintbrush going through the eye. Got the palette down here. Got Garfield with a little fanged face on the belly, drawing a mouth that's wide open on a frame with the easel. Goofy with three eyes. Like three eyes is kind of the theming here for this side of it. Yeah, in the midst of all this hustle and bustle and sky rises that are being built is this quaint, old-looking church. And it looks like it still is an active congregation. This is the 10th Street Church of God. See some of the stained glass windows still left right there. There is no love like God's love. I love the church steeple right there. Probably was, or maybe still is, a church bell up top. Doesn't look like it's active though. There are some locks on the doors. Maybe not. Every time I see a church like this, I think of the movie North Avenue Irregulars. Great Disney live action movie, which is not on Disney Plus. I used to watch it all the time when I was young. I used to have it on VHS. My parents did. I watched it when I was a kid. I recently watched it. Still holds up. But I had to stream it. I had to like pay for it on streaming. It's not on Disney Plus, even though it's a Disney live action movie. Come on, Disney. The main star who played the minister, I can't remember his name, drawing a blank on the actor's name, but he played the main vampire in The Lost Boys. The main one. He was in a bunch of movies, but just a great movie. Cloris Leachman's in it. Just a really great cast. Also, filmed around Burbank. Did not realize that when I was very young, watching it 100 times, but when I rewatched it a few months ago, I was like, holy cow, I know all these spots. This was in freaking Burbank. Which just kind of blew my mind also. Except for the church building in the movie. That was not in Burbank. That was, well, it was Burbank. It was in the Disney lot, which has since been torn down, that section of the lot, so the church doesn't exist anymore. Anyway, I just got off on a tangent. Little gator right there, little inner tube, City of St. Pete, some toesies. This is a record store. Got some tattoo flash art on the sides. This is supposed to be a chocolate ice cream or some dung, I don't know, you'd be the judge. Looks like almost like some Mickey fingers. You got the four-fingered gloves, almost Mickey style. Definitely some tattoo artwork right here. And a little skateboarder. I've shown some of this before in the past when I would drive over to Rays games, but I would always just drive by and film out the window real quick. I've never walked around this section of town before. At least I can't recall. Yeah, look at this, like this is old-timey church right here in the middle of all this new construction. And I still have not dove into record collecting yet, or have not bought a record player. Maybe one day. These are all $1 each. It's dollar sale. You get Ted Nugent. Dollar CDs also. I do have a CD player. Titanic. I could send that to the guy that's collecting all the VHS Titanics, but I don't know if he needs CDs. He has like thousands of VHS of Titanic. It's called Planet Retro. They buy, sell, use records. Speaking of classic car alert. Is that a Caprice Classic? No, it's a Mercury Grand Marquis. Kind of reminds me of a Caprice Classic. Also, classic car alert number 2 over here. Look at this beauty. It even has the little fuzzy dice in the window. Some retro stores. Here's a place called Coney Island. There's a skeleton. Yeah, I've always passed by this in the car, but never got out to look. Got the old Coca-Cola signage. Coney Island sign dangling there. To be honest, I don't even know if this place is even open anymore. Got the classic Coney Island. You know, not Jersey, but here in Florida. How to Crack the Strange. There's Popeye right over there. Look. Coney Island Grill. There was a guy with a leaf blower over there. They're everywhere. Thought this said "Welcome to Cigar City," which I was thinking maybe was a nod to Ybor, which is just down the road. Ybor City, the city of cigars. This guy's swallowing a dagger. Ghastly, startling secrets, jittery nerves. Oh, look at this, 666666666. I've got a secret. You know you're getting older when you just read things Yeah, you just drive down the road, even when I'm not filming. You just see a sign and you read it out loud. And everyone around you is like, shut up. Here's this whole telephone. Oh, here's like a Vespa. Well, kind of a Vespa. Showing a lot of murals today. There's a mushroom down here. There's also a venue I want to show. See if I can figure out where the venue used to be. Inflatable mushroom. Car being towed. Balloons. St. Pete officer. This is the content, folks. This used to be a punk rock venue right over here. It was where these roll-up doors are. Art's food store. I think it was maybe where the Artisan is now. And they've been redesigned. There are more storage sheds. Like these would roll up and you had a stage inside one of these. But I believe it was like the second or third one. Or it might have been down here. But it was somewhere along here. It was a venue that had a lot of punk rock shows. I probably went to 5 or 6. Most notably, I saw the band Ignite in here. And the band Straight Faced, amazing kind of punk hardcore band, opened up for them. And I also saw AFI, way before AFI kind of blew up, back in their Very Proud of You days on Nitro Records. And they played right in here. I remember parking right there. There was so much parking, the show wasn't even that full. We just parked right here. My ex-roommate Rob and I, we parked right here. Right there or right here, somewhere in here. It probably was right here. This might have been it. But you just went in, there was a little stage, held like 55 to 75 people, maybe 100 people. And I saw Davey Havoc and AFI and just tearing it up in there. And then Ignite. Freaking great band, Ignite. Zoli from Ignite went on to sing for Pennywise for a while. Then Jim Lindberg unretired from Pennywise and came back. Bunch of stuff no one cares about, I'm just throwing out there. Now as I stand here, I start to realize I might be incorrect on Ignite playing here. Straight Face definitely played here. AFI another time definitely played here. The reason I'm thinking of Ignite is because the singer of Straight Faced, we were outside talking to him by my roommate's car. We had the Ignite CD, who at the time, my roommate at the time, his car did not have a stereo that you could put the CD in, so he had a battery powered boombox in the back. Not a boombox, but just a radio. And we had to change the batteries out every so often. And we were listening to the Ignite CD in the back. We were talking to Johnny, the singer of Straight Face, and he was talking about how they toured with Ignite, and we talked about Ignite in the parking lot. I knew Ignite was in there. Again, there's probably 2 people that are watching this that even heard of that band, but I'm sharing some memories here, just sharing some memories. It was one of these. I tried looking it up, couldn't figure out what the name of the venue was. But it was right here. There's a US flag painted on the side of this building. Very nice. It is toasty out here. In the sun, very warm. In the shade, much more tolerable. So, get in the shade now. Again, I don't think I'm gonna really film too much. I might take my camera into the game, but might not really film a whole heck of a lot in the game. Kind of wanted to do some other stuff. You never know though, I'll take it up. If something dramatic happens, I will film it. This also is the first time that the Rays players are gonna be wearing their City Connect jerseys. First time in history. Yeah, just to chime in a little more about getting older. It's amazing how things you remember, they're kind of fleeting. And they also, you know, you end up remembering things that probably didn't even happen in the exact detail and format that they really did. Probably more or less, but over time you tell the stories. And because back then there wasn't a lot of videos and photos as much as there is now, you can't look back and go, oh, that was the date that happened, that was who was there to the T. And then someone will tell you something enough that you end up believing it. That's how it was in the olden days. But looking back on current days, you just be able to, you know, look at photos on your phone, there's a date stamp, or watch these videos, or watch someone else's videos, and you can remember everything to the T, but you're really not remembering it. You're seeing it in video form. Someone else is reminding you of the facts. I'm thinking a lot today. Oh, it's still here. I remember this from like 6 or 8 months ago too. This old phone sign next to this retro brick. Take a look, there's like an old phone sign right there. No phone. You can see the Trop popping up over the top of the skyline over there. That glorious indoor dome stadium. This place closed, but the mural's still on the side. I think it was a barbecue joint. You can almost see the US flag. It's almost like dripping down, probably because of how hot it is here, that even the side of the paint is like dripping down. I don't know if that's supposed to represent that or not. But yeah, this place is closed up. We got Willie Nelson up here, possibly Elvis, Johnny Cash, probably Johnny Cash. Wonder Woman, Princess Leia up there. Hendrix. Tina. This is the quietest it's ever been over here at Ferg's. Usually it's like hopping. Tampa Jay's here too.
I'm loud.
You got your swag on.
I feel very connected to my team right now.
How is that? Is that like, it's long sleeve, but is it?
You know what? It's not bad.
Okay.
It breathes. They call this the Darth Vader arm.
Okay.
Someone informed me yesterday.
I like it. Today's going to be the first game that Tampa Bay has worn the words Tampa Bay across their chest since 2007.
That's right. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It is night and day difference. Last time we were out here, there was so many people.
It was opening day.
Opening day.
It's also many hours before the game starts.
Mini.
Randy's got the socks all pulled up. Ooh, up. There we go.
Playing good.
We're the only one standing.
We're the only one standing. Come on, Randy.
We tried, Jay. We tried.
Look at that. Randy to Randy land. Home run. Woo! Randy is back.
Oh. Watch out. We got Raymond on the loose. He doesn't like Mets fans.
Nope. He does not like Mets fans.
That's going to do it for today. The roof is illuminated with a Rays win. I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.